Our culture insists that achievement is loud. We are taught victory happens in a single, visible moment, when the money hits the bank account, the crowd applauds, and the confetti falls. Relying on that finish line for validation is a high-risk strategy. If you need external applause to keep going, the silence of the early days will likely lead to burnout. You stop before the work has a chance to compound. The actual mechanics of achievement are quieter. Long before any tangible results appear in the physical world, your internal metrics change. You begin prioritizing different habits and reacting differently to stress. So if the external world hasn't caught up to your efforts yet, how do you know if you are actually making progress? There are specific indicators that suggest your trajectory has shifted, even when the evidence is still invisible to everyone else. The first indicator involves your relationship with the work itself. Most people assume that high performers operate on a constant, unwavering surge of excitement. In reality, you stop depending on how you feel. Some days the work feels heavy, some days you're exhausted, but you execute the task anyway. You learn to move forward based on mechanical discipline, treating your present emotional state as an irrelevant variable. This shift manifests in your daily choices. You stop admiring an unstructured, reactive lifestyle. Instead, you develop a deep respect for routines. You begin to value the predictability of the gym, deep work sessions, and strict self-control. This graph shows why that matters. The jagged line represents motivation. It has high peaks, but it's volatile and eventually crashes. The steady line is discipline. It ignores the desire for instant leaps and focuses on tiny, almost invisible daily progress, like waking up 10 minutes earlier or refining a single skill. Over time, mathematical consistency outlasts intense, temporary bursts of energy. Momentum is the result of habit, not a lucky mood. We are often told that ambition is a race against others. The assumption is that you must monitor your peers and fight to outpace them to secure your spot. However, a significant sign of growth is the ruthless defense of your own time. You stop engaging with gossip or unnecessary drama because you recognize they are an expensive drain on your focus. Your future depends on your current attention, and you stop spending it on things that yield no return. You also start filtering your social circle. You identify people who consistently bring negativity or jealousy, and you distance yourself. This isn't about malice. It is a strategic decision to conserve the mental energy required for your goals. Once you clear that noise, your benchmark for success changes. You accept that everyone travels on a different timeline. You stop comparing your year 1 to someone else's year 10. Sustained growth requires this level of internal focus. By competing exclusively against your own past performance, you maintain the concentration needed to solve complex problems. To an untrained mind, failure looks like a permanent stop sign. A rejected idea or a lost investment feels like a verdict on their potential. As your mindset evolves, you start viewing these moments as data. This diagram shows how the event branches into two directions. Instead of the dead-end stop path, you take the extract lesson route. The path loops back into your timeline, allowing you to try again with better information. You strip the emotion away and look for the specific reason the attempt didn't work. You learn to view setbacks as temporary, solvable variables. Every billionaire and elite athlete reach their position through a long sequence of refined mistakes. Mistakes provide the structural data needed to build a winning strategy. Building intensity. When you master these shifts, passive dreaming is replaced by structural planning. You move from wishing things were different to organizing your finances, your health, and your career with precision. You develop a persistent hunger to improve across every category of life. You aren't just trying to survive the week, you are actively building a foundation for the years ahead. If you recognize these internal shifts in your own behavior, the current lack of visible results is secondary. Others might not see the change yet, and the work may still be difficult. But because you've rewired how you process failure and how you spend your time, you have created the conditions necessary for a different outcome. When the internal foundation is solid, your environment eventually reflects that new order. If you have committed to this internal change, comment success below to mark the start of your progress.